Hello, guys. We've got the big brass monkey back with us. Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you back, Steve.
How are you, boss man?
A lot better, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You okay, Doug?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah. So we've got something special for you tonight, and we'll reveal that later. But in the banding world, have we got any snippets, Steve?
Well, I think the main thing at the minute that everybody, especially in the third section, is talking around is the latest errata for the 3 Howarth impressions.
Oh, yeah. You put that on our Facebook page, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or our WhatsApp group.
Yes, I was just in shock, I was, with it being 7 pages long.
Yeah, it was a bit mad, wasn't it? They might have just rewritten it and sent it out, eh?
Yeah, I think there's enough wrong notes in it to write another piece.
Indeed. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of bands, that's what they're doing at the moment. And you made a good point, Steve. They're probably all trying to find all the mistakes, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm disappointed because obviously, instead of the bands trying to make music out of the piece, they've been scratching away, trying to work out what's going on.
Yeah. Is this wrong? Is this right?
It does seem very strange when you consider that piece must have been played by some top bands and played very, very well as well. So, it should have all been ironed out many moons ago, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, it is quite an old piece, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it's an old one. That's why they've redone it, haven't they? Because it's an old part and old scores that you couldn't really read. It's just bonkers, really. I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, I remember playing it many years ago, probably 30 odd years ago, and we didn't have any problems really. It was probably 10 minutes just sorting out a couple of notes that you couldn't really see on your parts, and we were off and running with it. So it's just crazy. It's as I say, just to me, it's just very, very disappointing.
Well, there you go. Hopefully they'll get it right, and then bands can play the right notes in the right times and wherever it is.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yes. On the day, yeah.
So I believe you've also been keeping your eye on the RNCM Festival of Brass.
Yeah. What a absolutely fantastic weekend from the Friday to the Sunday. Dave Thornton's done a cracking job in pulling it all together, and he was conducting Big House, so he didn't just have to coordinate it all and make it all happen. He had to do with a stick wagon as well. So yeah, it was fantastic. With the programs were immense. Really what the bands were playing, number of concertos and things, and guest soloists and things coming in. I think the best one was the one with Black Dyke when they had the percussionist coming in.
What's his name, Steve?
Yazuki Fukahara.
I believe he had a standing ovation at the end, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Everybody was up for that one. So that was was really top stuff. So
I didn't catch his name again. What was it?
Bob.
Yeah. So I believe it's had a lot of press, hasn't it? A lot of banding press.
And it was good because it opened up with Foden's, and they actually played that piece by Paul Miller as well during it, which was really nice again. I know they it's first played out in St. Asaph in the Cathedral.
Paul Miller.
Yeah.
Right. I was getting mixed up with the other Paul.
Oh, I tell you. Never mind. So opening up with that, we had Concord Brass there, Tradiga, the Junior RCM Brass were there, Black Dyke, as I said, Corey's, and it was finished with Big House. So fantastic weekend of banding. What a great advert.
Was Tom Hutchinson with Black Dyke or still with Corey's?
He's moved.
I know he's moved. Is he officially moved now? Because he's done still done a few engagements, didn't he? So
yeah, he's moved.
Right, okay. Jolly good. So, have you got anything for us, Doug?
I haven't this week. I'm sorry to say. Been very busy. We've had a few things for the house on our minds, really.
Like what?
A new bed, a new oven.
You've been spending your money.
Don't look so shocked, Richard.
Well, spend your money on a trombone, maybe, but
I've got a couple of them, haven't I?
Have you? Does the other half know you got?
Oh, she does. Yes.
Yeah.
This could be the forerunner to something else, like a new mouthpiece or something, couldn't it? If
Could be. You've not bought one.
Well,
for a while,
I haven't got any new mouthpieces in line, really. Maybe a new trombone. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Hey, I tell you what seemed very good as well, thinking of practicing. I know you do a lot of that. Have you seen them new practice mutes?
I have, yeah. Towman do them, don't they? You know, you can get them on the website there.
No, them ones that...
all the multicoloured ones, yeah.
Old Mr. Pippin's doing, isn't he? They're the ones.
The 3D printed ones.
I don't know how he's making them, but they seem to be indestructible. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I noticed this week, funnily enough, because some of the Royal Buckley mutes leave a lot to be desired, with the corks falling off and things like that. I've noticed that they actually do a new material now.
Right. What, instead of corks?
Yeah, replacement. They still call them corks, I think, cork replacement. But
like a synthetic thing,
they're just slightly wider, exactly the same depth and length, but they're about just over 2 millimeters wider they are, and apparently they're much better. You don't get any squeak like the cork, and they stay in. You know,
that's probably because they've been running out of wine bottles, isn't it?
Maybe.
Thought.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's good. All good stuff. So me and Douglas have been busy.
Yes, fair play to you.
Doing an interview. We were very privileged to have the company of 2 of our banding colleagues, and we basically grilled them about their careers and their involvement in the Salvation Army, it was really interesting, to be honest, to the extent that we're probably going to do it over 2 podcasts. So we're going to have a listen now to part 1. Well, hello guys. I've got some special guests with us here tonight. But before we start, Boss Monkey has left me and Doug in charge. It's a bit scary. Doug, what do you think?
well, we've just got to get on with it, haven't we? And hope that he's back soon.
Yeah, he just can't make it tonight. So we've got 2 distinguished gentlemen in front of us.
We have.
We've got a Mr. Colin Sneade and Douglas Hayter. So we're going to give them a grilling in true monkey fashion on about their playing careers and their aspirations and all things brass bands, really. So we'll start with you, Col.
Okay.
So other than being a fantastic bass player for Buckley, what else are you doing at the moment?
At the minute, I'm really just teaching at home.
Okay.
And a bit of, I wouldn't say consulting, but you've got coaching work for Llangollen Youth Band.
Oh, cool.
Which is it's very rewarding.
But that was where you did that, didn't you, in your previous working life? You were at Perry, weren't you?
I was at Perry. I was the head of creative arts in an inner city comprehensive. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pulling teeth without anaesthetic, but it was all right.
Oh, no, there's just people not teaching. It's not as bad as that. Much,
no.
Very.
Yeah, so it's mainly the playing side now that I'm knocking on, is just fading out a bit. So that's not worrying me at all.
Right, okay.
So I'm getting most of me playing at Buckley.
Right, okay. And still enjoying it, that's the main thing.
Oh, yeah.
And what about you, Mr. Hayter? Where are you now in your working life and things and playing sides?
So currently I'm the church minister for the Salvation Army in Mould. We have a small coffee shop and charity shop there. We don't have a brass band there, interesting enough. So hence me joining Buckley Brass, playing with Royal Buckley Band. Well, I joined Buckley Brass first and moved up.
And then we collared you, didn't you, over Christmas, wasn't it?
Got caught.
Yeah, it was a good catch for the band, that.
Yeah, what's Doug doing playing? He should be here with us.
So get my playing in there, which is good. Keep my lip in. Played with various bands, so it's been quite nice to get back into brass banding. Probably play more now than I have had before, really.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, going back to the shop, it's in, is it Wrexham Street in Mould?
In Wrexham Street, number 27, just down from the traffic lights.
Kind of plug in there. And it's very good. I must admit, I've been there a couple of times myself, and it's excellent. So.
I've been there with the wife, and I can vouch for the coffee and the cheese on toast. Absolutely wonderful.
And the
Fresh
cakes.
Oh, the cakes.
Fresh cakes.
Wow.
The cake's good.
Fantastic.
So I don't think I've had the cakes.
Oh, you want to?
Missed out there.
We'll have to get Jen. We'll have to come up.
I hope you're not after a freebie.
No, not at all. Although he's just had an advert, so I don't know. What do you think, Doug?
Well,
Well, it's great. It's great that you're both here. So, I suppose going off our normal take, it's just really. I mean, you've talked about. I mean, Doug Hayter, you just talked about how you got into brass banding.
Yeah.
I.e., you want to keep your lip in, and you ended up then coming. But with you, Colin, it's a different kettle of fish, is it?
Yeah. Royal Buckley is the first non-Salvation Army band. We use a term now which I think is a bit pharisaical, called outside bands, and I don't think that's right. It should be contesting bands and Salvation Army bands.
Okay.
But with the Neil Wilcox, who's actually married to my cousin, Hazel, he came to me and said, "Any chance you could help us out?"
It always starts that way.
this
doesn't
is,
it?
Yeah.
that's how it always
Dangerous
starts.
words.
2022 was it?
Wow.
For the aeronauts.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did that, and I was supposed to be here for 10 weeks.
Was that your first test piece then?
Yeah.
Was that your first
That
test
was my
piece?
first test piece, and I
Wow.
believe
Well,
when Doug returned to playing.
astonishing. After a 6-year break, yes, it was. And I'm just so glad that I got back into it and involved with brass banding again, And
So you seen a pattern here called trombonist sticking together?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
But it came to the end of the 10 weeks, and I went home and I said to Kath, my wife, I said, I think I might just go back. I'll have to take the music back anyway.
Okay.
And that was 4 years ago.
Because Kath didn't come with you straight away, did she?
No. She
So
came
how did-
after that contest. I said, you ought to come along for a blow.
Is that how you persuaded her? Or did you?
Yeah. So at first she wasn't sort of, over keen, but I think over a little bit of time, she's coming now. She's glad she's done it.
Yeah. Well, she's sitting next to
Yeah,
me.
that's
Big
good.
guy.
Well, I suppose that's probably the
What can I say?
that's the big pull, Rich. That's a big pull. And,
But I mean, she's doing great.
I think so.
I think she's enjoying it. I
Yeah.
think there's times when she doesn't enjoy it, but that's like the rest of us, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I seem to remember in one of the recent rehearsals, she actually got a round of applause as well. I think she was the most in tune cornet player on the back row. So, sorry, Richard.
I wasn't there that night, was I? No, mustn't have been.
Yeah.
So you're well and truly entrenched now, I would say.
I think so. Yeah. I've actually only played with two other non-Salvation Army bands. One was Hammond's Source Works with Jeff Whittam on a one-off or two-off with. I took the adept for somebody that was at college, and he couldn't do it. He said, "Can you just go down and play?" And I sat next to John Gillam. Is it Big Double B?
Oh right,
The General.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic experience. I actually went on Double B that night.
Was that for a concert or
Just a concert, yeah.
So it
not
literally,
a contest,
Buckley was your first.
Oh, yeah, first contest.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but were you allowed to do contests when you were in Salvation Army band?
In the days when I joined, I suppose each Salvation Army corps, that's what they call each church, they're all different. They'd all have their own little peculiarities. And where I grew up, it was very much frowned on that you don't play in outside bands.
Right, and as
that
Carl
is
said
that
before, that
phrase,
they called it,
outside of the Salvation Army bands, that because of commitment to being, you ought to be there on a Sunday for this. So, you can't commit to be somewhere else at the same time.
Right.
So that was part of the reasoning behind that, really.
Yeah, so, I mean, I suppose, is it fair to say it's maybe relaxed over the last few years? Maybe?
Definitely relaxed.
Definitely.
But I presume you still got traditionalists in bands who frown upon. Maybe
you have everywhere.
Yeah, but not that many really these days. I think it's changed going back quite a few years. Where I started, my trombone teacher wasn't allowed to play in the band.
Really?
She was female, and you couldn't have a female in the band, even though she was principal of the Halle Orchestra. Wasn't allowed to play in the band. So very interesting.
Wow.
Doug, I suppose on the other side of the coin, have you always, the Salvation Army brass bands, have you always asked players from, let's say, traditional brass bands to come in and play in your band's rehearsals? Because I know recently you've asked me to go to the Connors Quay Salvation Army band, and I've thoroughly enjoyed every rehearsal. Yeah. And really, the pieces that the band are playing, it's at a very, very high level. I was quite shocked, if I'm being honest. It was real edge of your seat stuff, I call it, where you've got to really concentrate to get anywhere near the standard,
Yeah, the Salvation Army band, going back in the olden days, 20 years ago or so, we're going back there and beyond. You wouldn't have had any outside band players coming in to play in the Salvation Army, because part of it was you had to become the Salvation Army is a church firstly, so that was the important thing. And then once you've got your commitment with God right, then you get to join the band. And that was the idea of it. And so obviously you couldn't just bring someone in who might have different principles and
Well, I know I've been to your band, haven't I, Cal? Me and Jen have both been.
Yeah.
And thoroughly enjoyed it, And I know when you've had people down, you've invited people from Buckley, haven't you?
Yes,
from the band to actually come down. So it's good that, I suppose, that it's opening up that way.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
changed. And there's so many good Salvation Army composers over the years.
Oh, tell me about
it. So many great pieces of music.
We're going to definitely get onto that one, because I know you two are bristling there about you. So I know you love some of the Salvation Army stuff, don't you? I mean, I do as well. I think
in the early days, Richard, Steve, and myself, the listeners probably already know that we started with a little band called Flint down the road, and when we were youngsters, and we were fortunate to have a conductor that came in quite early called Gareth Thomas, and he was big Salvation Army, and he would always put Salvation Army pieces on the music stand, and really they do improve your playing no end. It's there's just some great music out there, and we were fortunate really to be playing that when we were quite young, so
I mean one of my favourites is Peter Graham. Stuff he does.
Another trombone player.
Yeah, but you can't have everything, can you? I suppose.
I like that.
I used to teach Peter.
Did you really?
I taught him for a week at the Scottish Salvation Army Summer School. He was the only one in my theory class.
There you go. Was he any good?
He probably knew more than I did then. So that was
any good being a random noise generator player?
Well, he was. I actually can't remember what he was playing at the Scottish Music School, to be honest. Yeah. But you could tell he was talented.
Yeah.
Just from then, he must have been about 14.
So who's your favourite then, composer?
Favourite composer?
Yeah. On the Salvation Army side, maybe.
I'd say probably these days I'd probably go for William Himes or Bruce Broughton.
Right.
More modern Salvation Army American. Sort of more jazzy style music.
I think Bill Himes, especially, I met him the other week. It was a fantastic experience. But Wilf Heaton, who has written contest music and
fantastic piece of music. Yeah,
he was stationed in Connors Quay during the Second World War.
Really?
Yeah, because he was there with my dad.
Right.
That was the last test piece, contest music. It was the last test piece I played before I went into the Royal Tank Regiment band. Right. With Northrop. Yeah,
he's written one of my two favourite pieces. It's a piece called Just As I Am. It's just a small meditation, but it's so powerful. And the other composer is Eric Ball, who again I'm lucky to have met and been conducted by. And my favourite piece for me is his Resurgam.
Oh God, yeah.
They don't write pieces like that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
that is a great one, isn't it?
It is. That's the one piece I'd like to conduct. I've conducted quite a few, but not Resurgam, and that's one.
You have to get out upstairs and you conduct it.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
sure we could arrange that. It is a cracking piece of music.
I think it'd be a good choice for an an own choice test piece, that actually, yeah.
Well, I have mentioned it a few times to Keith.
Yeah.
Another one begins with an R is Renaissance.
Oh,
I
yeah.
quite like.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. I can't remember who wrote that one.
Peter Graham.
It was Peter Graham, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Hey.
a lovely piece of music.
Yeah, it is.
Which is probably why I like Peter Graham, because we played quite a few of them. But I can never remember who actually, actually composed them. Because you're talking about before about us when we played a lot of Salvation Army. I can't remember playing Starlake.
You can't.
No.
Wow.
But I'm sure I did it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Christmas Joy as well. And I know, I'm sure I must have done it when I was younger, but I just can't remember. But I'm getting on a bit now.
You are a bit like that anyway, Richard.
Dear God.
Could I just ask both of you, have you got a favourite solo that you like playing?
Oh, I suppose, well, for every E-flat bass player in the Salvation Army, it'd be Celestial Morn by Leslie Condon. That's the one to play. But the other one that Leslie Condon wrote that very rarely gets played is a bass duet, E-flat and B-flat bass, called Radiant Pathway. And that's very good. That's slightly quirky, but it's a good little piece.
Yeah, I can't say I've got a favourite solo. As bass trombone, there's not that many bass trombone solos around. There's a few, and I've played a few.
You've
bits,
played a
but
couple with the Royal Buckley Brass Band, haven't you? And
no
very well, I must
favourites
say,
on them. Yeah, no favourites
Oh,
on
there
that.
they go again, Cole. They're off again.
Yeah.
Now you know what me and Steve have to put up with. Yeah. You quite like playing jazz as well, don't you? You mentioned jazz before.
Little
Is
bits.
that
I'd like to have learnt jazz earlier at a younger age.
yeah.
Earlier at a
Earlier
younger
at
age.
a younger age, yeah. I know where you're coming from. But do you learn jazz? I don't know. Or would you
I think
feel it,
there's
man?
a lot of theory for jazz on
Yeah.
learning scales, jazz scales and
Right.
things, which I'd love to have learnt when I was younger and could take them in. These days at this age, I'm not going to take in many of those
No, it's
modal scales and things.
It's a
Yeah.
I mean, we play that the Blue Turk, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and is it Dave Clark's 5? Is it? I think.
Blue Rondo,
No, Blue
Rondo,
Alaturk,
Turk.
isn't it? Yeah.
Who was it that composed it? Oh, Dave Brubeck.
Dave Brubeck.
Dave
Yeah, it's a
Brubeck.
Brubeck 5, isn't it? I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like you've got to feel it, haven't you? That one, I think.
And I think that's the thing with trombone ensembles.
Yeah.
That when you play in a trombone ensemble, there's so much good jazz style music. And the sound of a trombone section that lends itself so much to jazz. I think.
I mean,
Definitely.
I mean, you're the only instrument in the band, really. The tuba obviously plays in the orchestra as well.
Yeah.
But it's the only traditional carryover, isn't it, into brass bands, isn't it, from orchestras is
Yeah.
trombone.
Yeah.
I hate to admit it, sorry.
Basically, the trombone can do most things, and
Yeah. But like I always say, I can never understand why a trombone sometimes is out of tune. It's like a massive tuning slide, isn't it? I know, except on the open notes, you can't go any further. I get that, but I mean, generally,
I think most of the time it's when players get it into their head to overblow. Really, but any instrument will go out of tune if you do too much of that. It's
you never do that, do you?
the lip starts to get tired.
me and Doug, we're both quiet trombone players, aren't we?
Yeah, we've heard you.
Yeah.
So coming on to your working career, then,
Do you
Doug
want
H.
my working career or me where I started brass banding, or where?
Well, we'll start with your working career first.
Okay. So working career, when I left school, didn't really know what to do. Hated academic lessons, was dreadful at most academic stuff. Very good at maths and that sort of stuff. And very much into art and woodwork and craft and that sort of thing. And my mum spotted just down the road Steinways and Sons, was just down the road from where we live. So went for an interview tour around the factory there.
So you went for a tinkle over there, yeah?
Yeah, so I tinkled all the way over there. Yeah. And went for a tour of the factory, and at the end of the tour, they sort of said, well, if you want an apprenticeship with us, just turn up in September.
Wow. So how many years younger were you then?
I was so straight out of school, so just coming up to my 17th birthday, 16.
An amazing start, that's...
I was going to say, always said, if you want to learn to do something, learn with the best. And so I went to Steinway's and learnt to tune and repair grand pianist concert grands. It was...
So you did that all your working life then?
Yeah, I did 5 years as a technician for them, and then privileged to then change over to the tuning side, living on the edge of London, did all the concert halls and places around London. Worked at Abbey Road and a lot of the...
Fantastic.
Most of the concert halls. Yeah, very privileged to have that experience working for them with lots of famous people. And
go on, spill. Who's the most famous one you've done?
The most... Well, so, tuned the piano at Elton John's house. Wow. Worked with Andrew Lloyd Webber. I met quite a few
people.
Quite a few famous people, just generally.
Elton's joining the band on baritone next week.
I heard he's going to be tiresome. So that's really interesting. So then, I suppose, in that time you were Salvationist, obviously.
Yeah.
And then, were you playing trombone then in the Salvation Army?
Yeah, so I was playing in the Salvation Army at the time, but found that the conflict with Steinway's working, especially the concert hall tunings and things, you'd be working early in the morning, doing, like, there's 5 pianos at Abbey Road Studio that need doing before 9 in the morning. Now, they're tuned every three days, so you're really going to check it, so it's perfect for recording. They don't want anything slightly wrong. People's paid for a perfect recording, so you have to do 5 before. Then you go off to a customer's house, then you're back at a concert hall then to tune for the afternoon rehearsal, then you go back to customers' houses, then you'd go back to the concert hall to retune the piano before the concert, and then you'd have to attend the concert in case things go wrong, like pedals break or strings break or things, and you have to go and then fix that during the interval. And
so you've been to a few concerts then, I would imagine?
Just a few concerts.
Is it? I imagine things, but is it true that how warm a room can affect the tuning?
Yeah. If it's hot, things expand, so strings expand and go out of tune and contract. So I found that working such a long day, and we only had about 4 or 5 days notice for where you'd be working, which meant it was a real tie for me with Salvation Army band commitments to say whether I'd be there for the weekend when they go away for the weekend, because I wouldn't know if the band's doing a concert or something. I wouldn't know whether I'm available. So I didn't stay tuning pianos for Steinway's for very long, probably about a year. And I changed over from Steinway's over to Blufner's and went and worked for Blufner's as a technician, not actually doing the concert work anymore, which meant I had a bit more control over my working life and my free time as well.
Right. So then I suppose you then could do a bit more banding. Yeah, and it was obviously, and I got married at the time, so it's obviously then had time to be with Michelle, so it was the right thing for us. Sounds great. So I'm going to grill Col now. So what about you, Col? So you started did you start as a Parry? Is that how you started?
A bit before that, I was at the Southport Salvation Army, and we went, the Young People's Band, it was called, YP Band, went on the tour of Scotland, and I was the second baritone player, and I was that bad that all the leaders of the band had a meeting while we were in Scotland to decide what to do with me. Really? Yeah, it was that bad. So when we got back to Southport, they said, we're taking you off baritone, have this, and they gave me a single B-flat bass. Said, we think you might be better on that. So I went on that, and I thought, this isn't bad. And it went from there. That's thanks to my old band leader, whose name was Gordon Kersop. Sadly not with us anymore. But he was the one that initiated me going on to tuba. So it was his fault? It was, yes, yeah.
But in a good way,
Oh,
obviously.
in a very good way.
So how old were you then?
12.
Wow.
Yeah, and he put me on that. So I practiced a bit, and I was lucky to get in the Royal Northern College of Music. And
Just that little college, yeah.
yeah, it was a fantastic, fantastic 4 years. When I look at the people I was there with, I'm just thinking, wow, it's they've all gone to be principal players in all the orchestras.
You need to name him. You need to name him, Colin. He's just done Elton John.
Oh, who is there? Jonathan Williams, who's principal horn of the Chamber Orchestra of Europe. Steve Sterling, who's a soloist now. Mark Mosley, again, a trumpet player who was, I believe, rep piano player for Black Dyke when he was 14.
Wow.
He was a fantastic player. He's a great lad as well. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 63. There's just there's so many.
So
I was lucky to work with Doug's cousin as well, Dudley Bright.
Right.
When Dudley was with the Halley, and I did a bit of work with them. So because my teacher was from the Halley, and so I managed
what
to get some work.
instrument did he play, Colin? Dudley?
Dudley,
Trombone.
yes.
I thought
principal trombone.
I thought it might be.
All the best players trombone.
Yeah, all I can say is about Dudley, he has the most remarkable sound.
He has. I remember, I tell you, in my childhood, Dudley used to live literally around the corner from me. Literally 100 yards away, his back garden. And one summer holidays, I remember hearing the trombone play one note for a day. And then the next day, he went up a semitone. And the whole of the summer holidays, he perfected each note, long notes, quavers, crotchets. It just literally just played one note for a whole summer holiday.
That's dedication, isn't it?
But his sound, I've listened to a lot of trombone players. Dudley in his prime, I would say I've never heard a trombone player with such a clean sound. Every single note, it's a pure right in the centre. Right. It's one of I was always amazed.
I mean, from what you just said, I'm not surprised if he's playing one note a day.
Yeah. I know what I'm going to do for my summer holiday this year.
I did when I was working with Halley sometime. I did stay with Dudley and Jan for about a week because we were all over the place. My teacher had fallen over and cut his lip right in the middle with some glass, and so he said, "You're going to have to do the work." So I did it for a couple of weeks, but I only stayed with Dudley for a week. But I can remember going with him into the Free Trade Hall when the Halley were in there, and they had a big stone staircase, marble staircase that was like spiral from what I can remember. And Dudley used to go in there. We used to get to the rehearsal about 3/4 an hour before, and he would literally sit there. And the production, that was it. It never failed. And that's sort of, that colored my thinking in the way I teach, and getting the basics right, doing the basic things well. It's my mantra.
I suppose it's like anything, really, isn't it? We develop bad habits, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, it's like driving, isn't it? You develop lazy habits and bad habits and doing stuff. I suppose it's the same as playing, isn't it? I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. You can
if you don't get it right in the beginning.
I was going to say, it is that style. And I remember, so my trombone teacher, Maisie Ringham is her professional name, or married name is Maisie Wiggins. She taught Dudley. I say we all live around the corner from each other, and she's principal of the Halley. And she was very much on your start of your note, and the end of the note is just as important. You know, the length right to the end of the note before the next note stop. You know, before the next one starts, it's right to that point. She got me out of some very bad habits when I first started. My tongue used to flap back against the mouth and get a whack whack sound, and you sort of like. I think I remember spending 1 year with her where I wasn't allowed to use my tongue for any notes. Wasn't allowed to tongue any note. I just had to
Right.
all the pieces, whatever it was, whether quavers or semi-quavers or what it was.
Yeah.
And just to get me out of that habit. And it's having those principles right from the start. One thing that she said to me was, if you're going to if you're going to play an instrument, work on the sound, because as much as you can play fast, if it sounds horrible, nobody wants to hear it. If you can play slow but beautifully, everybody wants to hear it. And that's the thing, it's getting a good sound.
What a
is the
tip that is.
priority.
What a tip that is, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, you're going to take that then, Doug?
Well, I know it sounds daft, but I already have, because I picked up a trombone recently, and Doug went with me to the shop to get it, and I played some long notes that Doug listened to on a few trombones there, and he said exactly that. He gave me that piece of advice, and I do feel as if I'm getting a much bigger, rounder sound now than I've ever had, really, on tenor trombone, because, of course, I started off as a bass trombone player when I was a kid, and mainly played with Northrop. But, yeah, I would definitely say on tenor trombone, I've got a better, rounder sound now than I've had in many a year, really. And it was Doug's advice, really, about that's what you want to concentrate on, the quality of your sound, as opposed to, picking it up and trying to play fast stuff before you've even warmed up,
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much for that, Doug.
So there you go.
Pass on what I
The
learned.
check's in the post.
No. Yeah.
So, I mean, going back to, I suppose, with what you've just said, Col, that was an important bit. You learning that, you then took that on to teach many kids, I suppose, and many adults alike.
Getting back on to what you said before, after being to the Northern, I got a job straight away in Coventry as a Perry when the Perry services were respected.
Yeah.
Basically, we were all salaried. We were paid as teachers. And we went then, and something happened in the second year I was there. That I don't know if you've come across this name. There's somebody that wrote a book called The Art of Brass Playing, called Philip Farkas. He was the principal horn in the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. And my boss, Brian Chappell, who was a fantastic influence in Coventry, he was also the chairman of the National Association for Brass Teachers in Education. And he managed to get Philip Farkas to come over to do a national sort of talk at a national course. And then he persuaded him to come to Coventry to talk to some kids. And then the day he came up, Brian's wife went into labour. So Brian said to me, can you take Philip Farkas out to lunch and then get him back on the train to go to Birmingham because he's getting his flight out? So I actually said, yeah, I'll do that. So I spent about 3 or 4 hours with Philip Farkas over lunch and drove him back to Birmingham rather than put him on the train at Coventry. And we were talking about brass playing and embouchure and physiology. And it just all sunk in. And I've picked up a lot from that. Those 4 hours were after what I'd been through with Stuart, at the Royal Northern, the stuff he taught me is incredible. And John Fletcher, also, we had a few times with John. And the thing about John, I think I've mentioned it in Buckley now. When people warm up, you get people that'll get their instrument and they'll immediately start playing and they'll start doing these, and they'll try to hit the stratosphere. Mm. And he said all they're doing is perfecting their own faults.
Stop doing it, Doug.
Yeah, you should do your long, low notes. And he said playing long notes and nice, easy lip service is like putting money in the bank.
Well, I suppose it goes back to what Doug Hayter was saying, wasn't
Brilliant
it?
advice.
All to do with sound.
So, I mean, for both of you, that was your sort of, I want to say, sort of musical careers or starting to be musical careers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then that you've had obviously highlights and lowlights, but a lot like the rest of us, really, I suppose.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was sort of thinking back to where I started. Started on cornet.
What?
In a Salvation Army Young People's Band. Started on cornet.
Very simple instrument.
Had a few lessons, and then after a while went and joined the YP band. They're the Young People's Band. The first week they suppose my claim to fame is the first week they sat me above David Dawes, who was actually at our Salvation Army. And they sat me for the first week, and then second week they realised they got that wrong. And pretty soon after that they took me off a cornet because it was such a dreadful sound I was making.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, so that's like, so I went on to trombone. Privileged, like I say, to have Maisie teach me. She was a fantastic teacher. And so in our infant school, both me and my cousin, not Dudley, his brother, his younger brother, Julian, we were born a week apart. Julian Bright, another fantastic cornet player.
Sorry, is it cornet player?
Yeah, strange, isn't it? I thought I'd mention that. So we both played at the school, and I remember school assemblies, they'd bring out some music and say, well, you can play for this, and thinking, okay, and they'd give us the piano part, so we'd have to learn. Started very young, learning to transpose, put everything up a tone, reading everything just above. So went on to trombone eventually, and went up into the senior school. And while I was there, went to a summer school, and Maisie said, "Oh, come play with the big orchestra for this." Went along, and they were doing Zarathustra. Sat me right next to the timp, and they said, "Oh, by the way, the music's all written in bass clef." Now, having learnt tenor trombone in a Salvation Army band, I only knew treble clef. So she said, it'll be all right. You do the same sort of transposing thing, except for instead of putting it up a line from where it is, you go down. If it's on a line, you drop down 2 lines and just change the key singing. It'll be fine.
So have I realised something here, Doug? You know, I started off on bass trombone and then learnt treble clef and moved at times up to tenor trombone, but you started on tenor trombone, and now you're a fantastic bass trombonist. So it's
you moved the other way.
Have we got it the right way round? I don't know. We really think, but I think we probably
I'm your
have.
yin to your yang, or whatever it is. Is that right?
I wouldn't call it that. There's a podcast I can't say. Yeah. Interesting they sat you by the timps, though. How do you find that? You're by the timps now, aren't you?
And I was only a little kid, so the timp was literally level with my eardrum. And
all I'll say about that is basically I don't think I heard the timps. All I hear is Doug.
Well, I mean, that's really good, isn't it? So, I mean, I presumed you were down south then, were you?
Down south, living on the edge of London, living in Harrow, Wealdstone at the bottom of the hill. So. Yeah. It was a good area being so close to London. We had joined the North London Youth Band, part of the Salvation Army for that area. At the time, the conductor was Ray Stedman Allen. He used to come to band practice in a string vest and a knotted hanky on his head. Is how he used to do band practice. And that was a very good youth band. We had various conductors. Todd.
Ray Todd.
Ray Todd took over as the bandmaster, and the band just became fantastic. It was really, really good. Real privilege to play in that band. Had a great trombone section, which, like I say, I think that's part of it. I don't know if you get that in other sections of the band, but I find a trombone section when you play and there's a big section and you just hear those instruments. I used to love sitting on second trombone in those sort of bands because you just hear those chords around you. It's just a gorgeous sound.
Well, don't let anyone know, but I have to say that we've got a pretty good trombone section in our band.
Sorry, can you just speak up a bit, Richard?
It's amazing. I could edit that out afterwards. I can't believe I've just said that. It's just.
Is that why there's a poster in the band room that says "Be more Doug"?
Be more Doug. Could be, But yeah, I mean that's great, fellas. I think you can join us in part 2 on our next podcast when we'll find out what made them turn to the dark side and come over to brass banding.
Ooh. Wow.
Well, there you go, guys. What did you think of that?
That's really, really interesting. Yeah, great stuff.
It is, isn't it? There's lots of stuff they were saying that I didn't realise, and with the
experience between the pair of them, it's absolutely astonishing, really.
Yeah.
You can tell why they're such good players, within the band. They're just they've got colossal experience, haven't they? And I think we also found out, Richard, that the downstairs in the band room was an ideal venue for recording.
We did indeed.
Because,
we did indeed.
you know,
It was great. So we might have to move to there permanently. Bit cold though, wasn't it?
well, we can always take a heater next time and get the band to pay for the heating, can't we? You know.
Well, yeah, good luck there. Anyway, that was that. So you can join us in a couple of weeks' time for part 2. Well, guys, I nearly forgot. After me and Doug did the interview, Doug Hayter texted me to say that he got it wrong with Peter Graham being a trombone player. He actually thinks he's a trumpet player. So there you go. So I think that's it for now, guys, isn't it? Unless we've got anything else.
Yeah, that's it.
So thank you very much. And we'll, again, thank you again for all your support. And it's a bye from me.
Goodbye from Doug.
And a bye from Steve.